Hello, Crazy Kiwi here. Welcome to the global warming lesson, lesson 2. First I'll start off by showing you this diagram. And we have trees here. We have some water here. So it could be an ocean or a lake. And this word says algae. Algae just means plants that live in the ocean. And you may have seen them before when the ocean sort of goes green, or you've seen a lake that goes green or a different color. You've got all these little plants in there. And this is, of course, is a forest. Now it's normal to have greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, as you know. And the normal cycle is the greenhouse gases float around in the atmosphere, and here are the trees and the algae, and they come floating past. And the leaf of a tree sucks in the carbon dioxide and puts it into the tree. So the leaves and the trunk of the tree are actually made out of carbon dioxide. The same thing with the algae, it sucks it in. Then over time the leaves fall off and the tree falls down, or the algae falls to the bottom of the ocean or the lake, and they get buried. And over time, they get buried so deep, this is like millions of years, that they eventually get compacted into coal or oil or natural gas. And this is the natural cycle. So most of the carbon is locked deep underground. But along come humans, building big buildings, making cars that spews out greenhouse gases, and factories of all their pollution. And we cut down those trees so the trees can't absorb CO2 because they're not there. And what we do is we dig big holes underground, it's called oil rigs or coal mines, and we suck out. We take the coal and the oil, pump it to the surface. We use it for factories, for our cars, for even food, believe it or not. And then that eventually goes back into the atmosphere as greenhouse gases or carbon dioxide. So we're increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And this leads to the Earth getting warm. And it's getting warmer and warmer the more we put out into the atmosphere. But the scary thing is it takes about 50 years for the Earth to warm, depending on the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. So the temperature increase we have today is because of the CO2 and the greenhouse gases we put in the atmosphere 50 years ago. So we're not going to see a temperature increase from today's greenhouse gas emissions until 50 years into the future. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I will add more YouTube videos with more details, but I hope you can understand the basics here of global warming and how humans are increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the air.